Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls, Golden What If, whatever you want to call me. And I'm back with part 2 of What If Deku had a Phoenix Quirk. And I appreciate all the support on part 1. Seems like y'all are really enjoying the series so far, so that's good. I'm really glad to hear it, and I'm really glad to see it. Quickly before we start, make sure to check in the description below. I got some anime apparel that you can go and check out if you so choose. And yeah, you get 10% off using code GOLDEN at checkout. And yeah, I'm helping y'all. If y'all want stuff for slightly cheaper, use my code, and you guys help me with promoting the website and such. So yeah, it's a win-win. But obviously you don't have to do any of that. And also, we have a membership. I never advertise this literally ever, but we do. Not many people are on the membership. I think only one person's on membership right now, but that's sick. Shout out to that dude. Yeah, shout out to the homie Joseph Seed for the membership. I mean, that's just part of the membership. I'm definitely gonna be shouting y'all out on that, and I'm sure I'm gonna have more and more stuff as we go along for the memberships. But like I said, for the other thing, you don't need to pay for membership either. These are free to watch. I love the support. If you can hit that like button, hit the sub button, that's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all the love and support unconditionally. And I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, and we're gonna get right into the what if. Let's get it. All Might counts them down, and Todoroki sends tons of ice toward Midoriya, capturing him in the ice. Midoriya looks at Todoroki. This was your plan? Brute force? The ice around Midoriya begins to melt. Todoroki, you would have a better chance at beating me with fire. Shoto tells Midoriya to shut up, trying to use more ice, but Midoriya just blasts it away with his fire, not even using one for all at all. You are pretty gifted, Todoroki, and I was told that my quirk would be weak, and being a hero was unreasonable, but I trained and got help, and now I can be one. Midoriya tries to continue, but he's cut off by Todoroki. You don't understand, Midoriya. I refuse to use my left side. I won't ever use it. Midoriya shakes his head and continues to counter the ice that Todoroki sends his way. All Might looks on in shock at Midoriya, that he's basically giving Todoroki a lesson while fighting. You're slowing down, Todoroki. Just use it. Todoroki screams, asking who put him up to this, and is he some sort of long lost half brother that he never knew about, and his father's putting him up to it? Nobody put me up to this, but I want you to use your full potential. You're wasting your power when there's people out there that would kill to be as gifted like you. And Midoriya continues, telling him that whatever grudge he has against his father, against whoever, that's his quirk. That's within his body, and he should have full right to use it without feeling that he's betraying someone or himself. Todoroki smirks and sparks begin to fly, and his left side lights ablaze. Maybe you're right, Midoriya. This is my power after all. Fire wings then grow out of Midoriya's back. Now give me all you got. Todoroki steps back, and a massive blast of fire goes toward Midoriya. Midoriya flies straight into it. Young Midoriya, are you okay? Midoriya comes out of the smoke as a phoenix, smashing into Todoroki, knocking him out. Midoriya transforms back into himself, realizing that he does feel even stronger now, and that his theory must be right. But the thing is he doesn't feel as like there's like some drop off with his strength, that it wasn't like twice or 3 times like it was before. This time it was less. Maybe it was because of the lack of damage on his body or something. Midoriya is the winner. Midoriya picks up Todoroki and brings him to Recovery Girl's office and waits for him to wake up. Todoroki opens his eyes and sees him. Midoriya, I guess you won, huh? It was a good fight, Todoroki. But now you can train that left side and be even stronger for yourself. And no one else. Todoroki nods and thanks him. I have one more question, Midoriya. What is it? Are you some kind of secret love child of my father, Endeavor? Midoriya shakes his head, laughing, saying that his own father works overseas and that his Endeavor is not his dad. Midoriya heads out, telling him that the class is over and when he feels better, tell Recovery Girl. He leaves and heads home. The next day, Midoriya heads to school and Aizawa begins explaining the plans that they have ahead for today. Well, you rejects. For starters, we have a new student joining us. Mineta walks into the class and most of the class is shocked except for Midoriya and Akari. Well, enough of that. He is back and learned his lesson or whatever. And now there's a bus that is just got here to take us to the USJ for rescue training. So head outside. The class does so and they all arrive on the bus. The class begins talking about who they think has the strongest quirk, and everyone thinks that it's Midoriya hands down. Well, if we're talking about strongest quirk, then there's not a good argument for me. If we're talking about strongest, then it's definitely a good argument for me. I definitely do not have the strongest quirk. Todoroki and Akari have the most uniquely strong quirks in our class, and same with Bakugo, as much as I hate to admit it. The class understanding what he is saying, but they also ask how much training did he actually go through to get to the point he is right now. And he tells them that they do not want to know. And he remembers back to the time that he straight up jumped off the building. They arrive at the USJ and he tells the class to get off the bus. They arrive and are greeted by Pro Hero 13. She tells them that they will be doing rescue training and points to Midoriya. You go hide anywhere in this fake city, in terms of the setting, and we will have two people search for you. Midoriya nods and heads down to hide. And after about 5 minutes, Midoriya is hidden in a nearby building. 13 tells Bakugo and Akari to go search for Midoriya, and they do so. They walk around searching every building until two of them come across Midoriya, cuffed by a masked man. Akari, Bakugo, help! They charge at the masked man, realizing that Midoriya has quirk canceling cuffs on. And basically the four of them go blasting out of the building. Kids, get behind me! Aizawa, help them! Aizawa nods and jumps toward them, but is swatted away. Bakugo and Akari then realize how serious this truly is. They both begin fighting together. Eventually, Bakugo is able to blast off the cuffs off Midoriya, and flames erupt around him. The masked man then takes off his mask. Great job, you two, and thanks for not giving it away, young Midoriya. Yeah, no problem. And sorry about that, you two. He kind of asked me to help with this. 13 turns toward the students, telling them that this was a hostage scenario, and it's something that happens very often, and you must be ready. And Bakugo and Akari showed perfect teamwork for this. The students, still kind of shocked, nod. They nod and watch as Aizawa walks back up the stairs. We also need to work on you being more calm. You guys look like you just saw a ghost. They all agree until a portal begins to open in the middle of the USJ. The students ask if that's also a test, and 13 tells them that it isn't and to get back. Shigaraki and tons of villains enter the USJ. Nomu, go kill All Might. A monster comes charging at All Might, and All Might throws everyone next to him out of the way. Midoriya catches Akari and Bakugo, flying them to the stairs, but Bakugo breaks free, telling him he can fly on his own. Midoriya lands and asks if everyone is okay, and they all say they're fine. Midoriya looks to see All Might fighting the monster, and Aizawa fighting various other villains, as Shigaraki slowly approaches Aizawa. Midoriya, without even thinking, flies toward Aizawa at insane speeds. Detroit Smash! Midoriya punches more than half the villains, including Shigaraki, away. You shouldn't be here, kid. Come on, Aizawa. You know you are a little happy that I'm helping. Whatever, kid. Just don't die. Midoriya begins healing his arm from the attack and helps Aizawa defeat all the villains. Shigaraki then approaches them and tries to grab Aizawa, but he cancels his quirk. But Kurogiri uses his quirk to teleport Aizawa away, forcing Midoriya to fight alone. In the same attack, Shigaraki grabs Midoriya's arm and decays it. Ah, damn it! Stupid kid playing hero. Now die. Midoriya baits Shigaraki into getting closer and grabs onto him, heating up his body like crazy and slams him into the wall. But Midoriya has decay all over his body. Shigaraki gets up extremely hurt. You're reckless, kid, throwing your body away to win a fight. No, I'm not. You just don't understand the predicament you're in. Midoriya flies up, breaking the roof, and lets the sunshine in. His body begins to change and he hovers over them, turning into a phoenix. Kurogiri, get us out of here. Young master, what about the Nomu? Screw the Nomu. Midoriya from the sky comes crashing toward them in a blazing ball of fire, but as they teleport away, Midoriya realizes and turns toward the Nomu, smashing into it. The Nomu lights ablaze and it takes substantial amount of damage, as All Might finishes it off. Midoriya flies toward the middle of the USJ from the shockwave and turns back into his human form with his scars and now his left arm back to normal. All Might runs over. Are you okay, young Midoriya? Ugh. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired now. Midoriya stands up and gives his class a thumbs up and begins walking toward them. But uncontrollably, fire around him begins to expand all over his body, beginning to light a blaze everywhere. He screams in pain, saying that he literally cannot stop it. He begins burning down parts of the USJ, and Midoriya screams for Aizawa. Aizawa activates his quirk, and the fire stops growing, but the fire on him does not go away. They all are able to basically put out the fire, but he has multiple burn marks, and without previous resistance, he would have been burned to a crisp by his own fire. Midoriya passes out from the pain and is taken to Recovery Girl's office. He is out for days, but eventually waking up almost after a week. Huh? Where am I? Oh, damn. That burns. He looks up to see Recovery Girl in shock, and she tells him to wait here and don't move, and that he's been out for 6 days. All Might and Aizawa then come in, bringing him food and lots of water. Kid, how are you feeling? I'm a little bit crispy, but I'm okay, I think. They ask him if he remembers anything that happened, and he tells them that he just remembers losing control, and that's about it. They nod and ask him if he knows why that even happened. I have a good idea, but it's more of my body wasn't ready for that large increase in power. I see. Well, unfortunately, you missed the UA Sports Festival, and tomorrow we'll announce internships, but I think someone has someone for you anyways. All Might tells Midoriya that young Todoroki got his father to actually send him an internship invite. No way, seriously? They both nod and tell him that Todoroki has been slightly more optimistic now compared to, well, his original attitude. That's good. But Aizawa, do you think I can speak with All Might alone? Sure, kid. Let me know if you need anything. Aizawa leaves and All Might and him begin talking. Back to when Midoriya was out cold. Midoriya wakes up in his mindscape and begins looking around, seeing a person, and it's a man with goggles on. "Sup, kid? You won't be able to talk to me, but I want to let you know that you gotta get this power under control, because soon you'll be even stronger, with even more quirks." Midoriya tries to ask questions, but literally just can't. Back to the present. Midoriya explains that whole story to All Might and tells him that it might have something to do with the past users, but he doesn't know much about them except for his own master. "I will do some research, young Midoriya. No need to worry." "Thanks, All Might." "Whoa, kid, you should be getting home to your mother. I'm sure she's worried sick." Midoriya agrees and leaves, and when he gets home, he explains for practically hours to his mom that he's okay and basically what happened, and that his quirk kind of took over and he was just out for a while. The next day, he is told to go to Recovery Girl's office, and when he arrives, she tells him to limit his output with his fire quirk, because if he does something like that again, he might kill himself, and that maybe avoiding going into Phoenix form would be for the best. He agrees and tells her he understands, and then leaves to class. When he arrives at class, Aizawa explains the internships and such, but Midoriya already chose to go with Todoroki to, Endeavor's internship. "Also, class, we'll be choosing your hero names, but since I'm horrible at that, Midnight will be helping you." Midnight enters, telling everyone to write down their potential hero names. Both Akari and Izuku write their names down and are ready to go up. And that is actually where we're going to leave off this part 2 of this What If. I actually want y'all, I like doing this a lot. I feel like this is more fun this way. So I kind of talked about Izuku's hero name in the very first part, but I mean, everything's subject to change. Who cares? But I want hero names I want y'all to say hero names in the comment section for Akari and Izuku, or Aizawa's daughter and the Phoenix quirk version of Izuku, right? So I want y'all to comment down below any suggestions, and I'll pick whoever I like, or whoever's either the most liked or the best name, honestly. But yeah, if I don't see that many in the comment section, then I'll just choose one for myself, because I already have a couple in mind. But I would love to get the community more involved and stuff like that. It's more fun this way. But yeah, that's about it, and I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're on the road to 10K by the end of the year, boys. It's October and we're almost at 8.5. You know what I'm saying? We're killing it. We are killing it, boys. So yeah, keep it up. I appreciate all the love and support, and I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Later.